Happy Monday and welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast, Hustle Haven. We are your hosts. I am Tiesha Renee.
And I'm River the Realtor.
And y'all, we got another phenomenal guest in the building.
I'm excited, y'all.
Okay. I want to jump right into it because I love introducing our guests because the bosses that come through this door, I'm just so happy to put them on full display, okay? So today, y'all, we got Moe Diggs, who is a proud wife, mom, and boss on the journey to self-discovery. As a host of a Convo with Moe, if you haven't tuned in, tap in. We'll have the link in the show notes. She dives into everything from pop culture to personal growth, faith, and beyond. You know, she's a girl's girl. We having a girl's girl
We love
conversation.
A girl's girl.
Now, on top of her podcast, she also is the author of a Black Girl Devotional, which is designed to inspire and uplift women like ourselves.
Yes.
So welcome, Miss
Moe
No, that was the best intro.
Wasn't that good?
Everyone says that.
Tyler has a career in that.
No, I was like, I wanted to talk, but then I was like, let me let her do her big one.
Enjoy those
I
flowers.
don't play about that introduction, okay?
Period.
Welcome,
I'm excited
Moe.
to be here, y'all. I am. I'm so happy.
Welcome, Moe. We are so happy to have you, and especially with today's conversation, because my girl, she does it all. Let's get right into
I'm so
it,
excited.
guys.
Like, my foot is
Okay,
tapped
I
over
see
there.
that.
Like, I'm feeling great.
Period.
Let's get into
So today,
it.
y'all, we're going to be talking about work-life balance. As business women, as with people with families and different things going on, how do you balance your personal life and still get that self-care and still have a successful business?
Yeah.
So let's jump right into it. So I first want to start off just kind of getting a little bit background on your specific entrepreneurial journey. I love to get the background. Let's do it.
So oh my goodness, let's see. Sorry guys, I gotta fix my hair. Okay, I'm back. So I started off, I feel like I always start my journey with my salvation. Once I got saved, I feel like God was like, I want you to speak. I want you to use your voice to share the goodness of me and everything that you have going on in your life. And that was literally where my entrepreneurial journey started. Just like,
I'm obsessed with that.
yeah.
Literally, I'm over here like,
obsessed with that.
No, it was amazing. One day I just was like, I want to talk about Jesus, right? And so I started a podcast on SoundCloud where I was just every week I would do 30-minute clips of just like what I'm going through, what I'm experiencing. And I was on YouTube and I would go, people started inviting me to events to speak. And I'm like, oh, y'all want to hear me talk?
You have that voice. You have a nice speaking voice too.
Thank you. So I would go to the events and I would speak. And then I was like, oh, wait, am I in my career? Because I had dropped out of school. I dropped out of nursing. I couldn't do it.
Let's stop there.
Let's go there.
Nursing?
Nursing, girl.
Were you ever a nurse?
No, child. When you are first gen African,
it's a requirement.
It's a requirement. It's literally STEM, science, technology.
We were just talking about that, how you're doing other things that other people want you to do.
Yes. Like my parents were like, go to school, become a nurse. And I'm just like, dang, you didn't even want me to become a doctor? Like,
You asked me what I wanted to do.
What if I want to be a lawyer? Like they were like, no, nurse, because Africans become, when you first come to this country, you want stability. So a lot of the African parents, stability, they want security for their kids. So my dad was like, nurse, you ain't never gonna be out of a job. And trust, we seen with COVID, them nurses was working.
Getting money too.
So I feel like I was in there for nursing and I hated it. I hate blood. I hate cuts. I don't even like seeing people get injured. Like,
oh, girl.
You shouldn't have been in that school.
Oh, I was feeling so bad. So I dropped out and I was like praying about it. And I feel like I was like, it's okay to drop out. Like, do what you gotta do. It's cool. It's not where you're supposed to be. So I was furthering my entrepreneurial journey as far as speaking and media and entertainment. And it kind of evolved from just like me talking about my faith to me talking about pop culture to me talking about things that are relevant. And yeah, I'm here now. Like I went back to school. I felt like I was more aligned after a couple of years. It was like 2 years that I dropped out. I went back to school for mass communications.
Okay.
Good.
Graduated magna cum laude.
Period.
I was like,
It hit different when you're doing what you want to do.
Okay.
It hit different when you're doing what you want to do. And I was like, there was something about me going back to school and graduating that affirmed me as a Black woman. I was like, oh wait, I'm brilliant. When you're doing what you're aligned, what you're supposed to be doing, I was like, oh, I'm smart. I'm not slow or I'm not like actually getting the bad grades because I'm not intelligent. I just was doing something that I wasn't.
You walking in your purpose
you didn't care.
now, so it's different.
When you're walking in your purpose,
it's different. So now I graduated with my degree in communications and marketing, and I'm like, okay, let's do this thing. So I start going full throttle. I start getting booked for events.
Now you're at CultureCon.
Now I'm at CultureCon.
Let's give you your flowers. I love
you.
CultureCon. If you don't know what CultureCon is, you guys look it up. It's like this huge conference, I guess we can say, for like Black creatives to kind of go out there. People come and speak wise words. So with you being at CultureCon, and I know like your role requires you to like travel a lot. And my girl is a wife. My girl is a mother. And he's like one.
He's one.
Right? He's one.
He's a small
He's a
baby.
small
He's a little
baby.
Yep.
So how do you, with having a family and being an entrepreneur, what does work-life balance mean to you? For all of us, like, what does it just mean? Like, what do you consider work-life balance?
I feel like, I honestly feel like I don't feel like there truly is a true work-life balance, to be honest. I feel like there are seasons where different places are going to lack. And I think that's okay. I think that's a part of life, right? That's part of the journey. There's going to be seasons where your work is going to be booming. And there's going to be seasons where your life kind of takes a little bit of the, your
personal life kind of,
your personal life gets a little hit, but then there's going to be seasons where your personal life is booming and your work life gets a little bit of a hit. Like it's balancing that. Do you get what I mean? Because
balancing those
seasons. Because I feel like there's never going to be a season where you literally have it all. You just can't. I don't think that's how that works. Because if you're working hard as hell, you're not going to be able to be at home with your kids.
You
can't
and your focus
husband.
on like all these things.
All these things at once.
To bring the baby to work day.
Bring the baby. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, but somebody is suffering because the baby don't want to be on set. Right. If we're just going to be honest, the baby don't want to be on set. The baby don't want to be
playing.
The baby want to be playing. So I feel like it's balancing the seasons of when. Okay, and me and my husband, we talk about it all the time. We be like, all right, it's your season right now. I'm gonna be at home. And you gonna do your big one. And then in 2 months, I'm gonna be back on my, you know what I'm saying? Or in a month when you get back off tour, then you gonna be at home and I'm gonna be doing my big one. Do you get what I'm saying? So like we make sure that we because we understand that we're both superstars. Like we know.
I know
like,
that's right.
Like, I can't take this right now.
We do. We know we both superstars. So we be like, all right, superstar, it's your time. I'm gonna hold it down at home and you go do your big one. Or we'll switch off. He'll be like, all right, superstar, you go. Do your show, do your gig, come back, I'll hold it down at home, or come back. Or sometimes when we both have to work, we'd be like, okay, we need to call our junior superstar, my little sister, and she need to come into town.
You need to come watch your baby.
Come watch this baby. You know what I mean? Call that nanny. But that's why, dude, I saw a post that was like, motherhood is easy when you have money. And people don't like talking about that.
Oh.
People don't like talking about that. If you want to be able to balance, money helps you balance. You need to make money. You need to work hard. You need to make money. You need to get into a place where you have money prepared, and then you can find the semblance of balance.
I think balance is like a construct, right? Because I think the thing is, like, ideally, like, when I think about work-life balance and what that really looks like, it means that everything is on an equal playing field. So my job is not overpowering my ability to be home. My needs at home is not overpowering my ability to be great at work. It's like an equal balance. I agree with you. I think it's a construct. And I love that you talked about your husband and how he plays a role in there. Because I do think work-life balance is achievable, but it's how we get there. With you, it's like, okay, I got this man, and my man know, like, baby, it's my turn to be up, and I'm up right now.
What about unmarried women or women with no kids? I feel like that looks different for us. Like, we don't have that
partnership.
Well, what did JC say? I don't gotta go as hard.
I don't gotta.
It's like, for me, work-life balance feels like if I'm able to completely check out from work and just do something that I love to do, whether it's like binging a show, drinking my wine. If I'm able to have some time to do that, that to me feels like balance.
But it's also without the guilt too.
Without the guilt. Without the guilt of like, I'm not doing something right now, but I should. Like that feels like balance to
That's
me.
balance. I agree.
I will say discipline creates that balance, right? Because I realize when I start waking up, when I start my days at 5 a.m., I be feeling balanced. Boo.
That's the best day. I'm not lying. I've been going to the gym at 6:30, and I feel like my life is together.
When I go to the gym at 6:30, I feel sick to my stomach. 12 o'clock, I'm like, oh, hell no.
I got to go.
Take me up out of here. I can't do this. If this is the good life, get me out this life. I don't want it no more. And I feel like that's the thing. Balance really does look different depending on who you are.
In your situation.
Like, I feel like for me, just the idea of balance, to your point, is just being able to do something for myself where I don't feel guilty, and then I know that work is not suffering because of it. And I'll be honest, like, I can't obtain that. Right now, I've tried everything. I just can't obtain it. And
maybe
I think
it's that season.
Yeah, you're in that season of I need to be busy. Like, it's no time to be relaxing. Maybe in December, it's like, okay, I'm relaxing for your birthday. You know, you can relax.
Yeah.
I'm chilling. Like, I'm not worried about it.
Do my thing.
So what do y'all think are some, like, myths? I know that we say, like, work-life balance is, can you really have it?
Yeah.
But like, what do you think are some myths that kind of hinder like other female entrepreneurs as far as like they think is this thing, but it's really not?
I think it's the fact that you can't have it all, or you have to wait to a certain point in your career before you start thinking about family and stuff like that.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I always hear people say that, like, oh, I want to wait till I'm here in my career before I start, trying to have a family. But then, sometimes you'll wait, and then when you want to have a family, you can't have a family.
That's
because
true.
Now it's too much.
And now it's too much going on.
Yeah.
And our bodies just sometimes decide, not right now.
Not right now.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I definitely feel like the myth that you can't do it all, because I've seen so many successful women. I even think about my mother, who when she was alive, she had 3 hair salons in Jersey, like 1 beauty supply store, a salon, all running at once, and then 3 kids and a husband and a happy marriage. And I was just like, wow, like to me that just felt so normal.
She's Oprah.
Yeah,
she's
she
Oprah, dude.
Oprah for sure.
She's Oprah.
Dude, to me, it just felt so normal. And my mom was really present in my life. So sometimes I think now, I'm like, I only have 1 child, Howard.
I'm gonna say, now that you're in that
That you're
position,
an
like,
adult
how
and a
did
mom,
you do all of that?
How
Like,
did you do it? Cook every day there was food. She would make like 3-4 meals at once. I'm like,
she's
bro,
Superwoman.
Oh,
I
Truly.
strive to be like her.
dude. And I feel like
Absolutely.
it depends on what you want, right? Like if you don't want a family life and you don't want all these different things, then work-life balance looks like, making sure that you're taking care of yourself and making sure that you're, going full throttle in your career. But if you do want a family, I think it's 100%. You're able to do it. Like you are able to do it. You just need the right support. You need to prepare.
I think that's the myth. And I definitely want to debunk that, because I think, to your point, like there's this stigma behind you can't be a good business person and a good mother. Like those two things can't exist, because somebody has to take a hit. And I'm aligned with that. I think there is a way to have it all. And I think as women, like we have to understand it's the way that we set up our lives to be able to achieve it. Like it's very difficult, because in my opinion, I think women typically wear the most hats.
Yes.
You got to be the wife. You got to be the mom. You got to be the chef. You got to be the maid. You got to be
the maid.
all of the
I heard
maid
a
with
maid.
your
I was
little
like,
with your maid, or you got to hire
With
the
your
maid and
maid
make sure
outfit
she
on.
come clean up.
Yeah,
Like,
yes.
you got to hire the maid.
So maybe I'm a temp agency.
You
I'm not a maid.
You got to outsource it, but whatever it does, it's like it's all falls on you. And I think it's just about organizing to the point of balance. It's like you can have it all, but it's about how you obtain it and what you have to do to achieve that.
It's all about. I also say it's all about the little decisions, right? So like picking your partner. If you do want to get married, that feels like
that
such a small
is a
decision.
big thing.
But boy, if you get somebody that's gonna support you and rock with you, you'll be able to do everything that you want, because a supportive partner isn't gonna tell you that they're hungry and they need a meal at 6 p.m. when they know you need to be doing something at 7. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
like they're not gonna. They're not gonna be telling you, I want you to stay up late at night and do this, when they know you got to be up at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., whatever it is to do. So. Small
it's like a village.
It takes, and I want to jump into that. The importance of, in order to obtain that work-life balance, is having a good support system around you, whether it's your family, whether it's your friends, but just having someone that you can call on and that you can lean on in the times where you may not feel like you're being proficient in one. Like, hey girl, like I feel like I really been slacking in my business. Can you come over here and help me with, can you help me with my baby real quick? Or, your husband, when you have your husband, like having someone like, I want to do more in my career. Can you take a step back right now in your season? Like that balance that you and your person have. So I think let's get into the support system and how that plays a part.
I do say, if you are an entrepreneur and you're a woman and you want to have kids, don't, unless you have support, you have help, you have people that also believe in your passion and the business that you're running. Because if not, you're going to be doing every single thing by yourself.
Man, what?
If you do not have support, don't have children. It's not, sometimes it's not even like having a good man, because a good man is, but it takes more than even your partner to raise children and be a successful entrepreneur. You got to have people that care about your business, care about what you're doing, and then also care about your kids and care about you, right? So that's like, I just feel like don't even do it, because I see so many women struggle to find themselves again after getting, not even just after getting married. Finding yourself again as an entrepreneur after becoming a wife it's a conversation that isn't had.
I think when you add those layers onto what you're already doing, right? Okay, so I'm an entrepreneur. Now you add this layer of mom, you add this layer of wife, you add all these things. You start losing the essence of the other.
Who you are, your core. But you got to have people around that are what's the word? People around you that are, they're just like, they're so invested in who you are. And they're like, my husband, Dude, I had my son, and then I do this event called Sip and Slay. It's like one of the biggest.
I love Sip and Slay.
Okay, I gotta be invited to the next one.
Shout out to every stylish girl. I host this event called Sip and Slay, and the founder is Nana Ajimai, and she's amazing. And she's become one of my really good friends. Mm-hmm. I gave birth to my son May 17th. The event, I think, was June 2nd.
Oh, wow.
And she's like, Mo, you my girl. I really want you to be a part of this, but if you can't,
you can't.
You can't.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm doing it. She was like, Mo, you're going to be 2 weeks postpartum. I was like, I'm doing it. My mother-in-law's a nurse. I asked my mother-in-law, I was like, you think I'll be able to go to New York and host this event? She was like, yeah, why not? If you put your mind to it, you can do it. We're gonna help you. We're gonna help you get your body back together, and we're gonna help you do it. And if you go with your husband, he can help you. You can do it. All my friends were like, girl, no, sit your butt down. But I'm really invested in my career as a speaker, as just like communing with women, and also doing my best for my homegirl, like building this brand. Sure. I'm just so invested. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, nah, I want to do this, bro. My husband's like, you're Superwoman. If you want to do it, I'm going to help you do whatever we got to do. So I give birth May 17th.
I'm off to New York.
I'm on the plane May 1st.
Bro, my mother-in-law's doing all these remedies to make me feel better. And I'm walking every day. I'm doing everything that I got to do so I could take the train and feel comfortable.
Yeah. That's huge.
I did it. And I just felt like if you don't have a support, and my mother-in-law was also really like, I don't want you to fall into, I love who you are as this creative. Yeah. You're so spunky. And my mother-in-law, she's like, I'm a superstar to her. Mm-hmm. Like, she loved me. So she's like, whatever you need to do to get back to Mo, that's what we're going to do, because you will lose yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it sounds like she's as invested in you, like you said, as you are. I think that's one thing like I lean on Tiesha for. And I feel like it's different for us because we don't have like families and children. But I think one thing that I lean into my village for is like accountability. Right. Like I lean into Tiesha to be like, okay, you calm down. You need to do this. Like, because I know she's going to see what things are at face value. Mm-hmm. Tiesha can hear it in my voice like, something ain't right. Yeah. And she's not going to let me continue to progress knowing that I haven't addressed
and that's what's
actually going on. And I think that when we talk about village, it's great to have those family and friends, but it's like, what are they actually doing? For me, it's the accountability. Mm-hmm. Like I need someone to be like, okay, River, you ate that, now sit down. Yeah, you're full. Your plate is full.
Your plate is full.
Relax. And so I love the idea of being able to lean into something or someone who's as invested in you from a health perspective, from a mental perspective. Because you need that to kind of keep yourself whole.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I think that's something that a lot of women don't have. Wow. You know, they don't have the family. They don't have the good in-laws. You have some people starting families and things, and the father figure is not present. So like for people who don't have those friend groups or have that type of family, what kind of advice would you give them for if they're feeling alone, but they need that support to kind of get through, like, I can still manage this business. I can still be a good mother. I can still do all of these things. And unfortunately, it's kind of by myself, I guess you can say. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Jesus.
Okay, Jesus on the main line. Let's start
exactly
there.
What I was thinking. Ooh, that Bible will get you together.
Girl, because I don't know who else gonna help you but the Holy Spirit at that point. If you don't got nobody, all you got is Jesus. All you got is Jesus. All you got is the Holy Spirit gonna get you.
I'm aligned with that, and are we aligned on Jesus?
I think, definitely Jesus on the main line. Call him first, because if he can't help you, I don't know. But I do think another thing, and we talk about this all the time about being your own cheerleader. I know that sounds like another hat that you got to wear. Like, now I gotta be a cheerleader. I'll put on that bubble skirt and do what I gotta do. I think the thing is though, like, if you don't have a real support system, I think it's okay for you to really just set the time yourself, tell yourself, like, you know what, I am doing a good job. Mm-hmm. You know what, maybe I do need to find rest. I'm doing the best I can with
what I got.
I'm doing the best at what I can. And also telling yourself, I learned this from Jayla. Shout out to her. She teaches me everything about like being sane, but finding rest in your process. Like you can be going so hard, and it's okay for you to look at yourself and say, you know what? I'm eating this up. I'm actually finna take a nap real quick.
Yeah, I think and be okay with it.
And be okay with that. So I think sometimes, like, if you don't have someone to lean on, lean into yourself. Like, look to yourself, because who knows what you need better for you than you. And be okay with just saying, all right, I'm gonna put a pin in there. I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna take a break. Because if you don't take care of yourself, your business falls, your responsibility falls, all of those things. And then balance just, it doesn't exist. Nothing will.
I would agree.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's talk about a little bit because I feel like we all have so many different perspectives because we're all in like so many different places in our life. Yeah. So for you, with being an entrepreneur, let's talk about what your typical day looks like in a day. Like, this is a day in a life.
A day in a life.
A day in a life as a wife, as a mom, as an entrepreneur. What does that look like? And then we can come from the fact of like, what does this look like as a business owner, as a boss, girl boss? We all still living our best life, but also all that good stuff. Let's talk about it. Let's get to it.
Day in a life.
Quick. So, day in a life, I wake up at 5 a.m.
Amen.
Amen.
Come, wake me up, sis. Call me.
I'm gonna call you.
Look at me.
I wake up at 5 a.m. I go downstairs. No, I wake up at 5 a.m. I pray. I go work out. I come home from the gym. I make my son's breakfast. I go wake him up. Right now, I answer emails after I make his breakfast. And then after I'm done with like my first round of emails, I go wake him up. Otherwise, like they kind of interchange.
Yeah.
I wake him up. I sit him down. We got him trained to eat by himself a little bit now. So he'll eat.
Okay.
While I'm hello. Gotta listen. The discipline. We are like right now. I'm like answering emails. I wake up my husband. Get him started, get his day started. He gets his day started. And he'll probably go to the gym while I'm at home. Still working on emails, mapping out a podcast episode, chasing down invoices. Hello, somebody.
Hello.
Run me, my money.
Yeah. Doing all those kind of things. Okay, boom. And then let's say my husband comes home and I am just kind of like, we have family time a lot. Like if we're all at home, we try to have like interact with each other.
Mm-hmm.
My son has like this membership social club, so I'll take him to the social club, and it's
Not
like
the
an hour.
country club. He's lit.
What did she say? It helps to have money.
It helps to have money.
Amen.
So we take him to a social club, and then we come back from the social club, and then I'm just still working on the computer, maybe drafting up like an episode, or I don't know.
It's a lot of work from home.
It's a lot of work from home. Mm-hmm. I also manage my husband's music career. Like I co-manage with another person, and so just making sure he's set for the week, things that he has to do, grocery shopping. If it's a Monday or a Wednesday, I cook. Like I cook for the following days. Mm-hmm. And then, I'll probably spend maybe an hour meal prepping for the week. And then,
good balance.
Good balance.
Good balance.
That'll be
okay. It's a really balanced day. You have like work, you have mom, you have wife, you have
all the things.
You have all the things.
And then I'm in bed by 9. Ooh. Gotta be in bed by 9 o'clock.
Girl, we are the same. We are the same. And I think that goes
early.
into my work-life balance. Slow mornings. Mm-hmm. Slow mornings for me are just like the best thing to start my day. If I do not have time to... Now I'm going to the gym and I had to switch my schedule I was doing in the day at the gym, but now I have to start the day with the gym because seasons change. I'm in a different season. Mm-hmm. And if I don't get to read my devotional, my day is off track.
I believe
that takes me about the gym and the devotional, get me a nice breakfast and just relax. Me not feeling like I have to immediately jump up, get on my computer, answer emails and work. That is the perfect work life. And if I'm off by 8 and 9, because I'm a grandma. I'm in the bed.
Yeah, she is.
I'm in the bed about 9 o'clock too.
I feel it.
And I can wrap up my day. Mm-hmm. That gives me work-life balance. But during the day, it's crazy. I'm not going to lie.
During the day?
10 to about 7, 8.
Yeah.
I'm stressed out. But that's okay. That's the life of an entrepreneur. That's the life of running a business, doing this podcast. That's another full-time job.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Working the corporate life. I didn't even tell the girls I went back to corporate, but I'm
we'll have a whole nother talk on that.
That's another episode.
Hey, it's my season.
Hello.
And the season said, get back in that corporate office.
Life.
And I said, you know what? Amen.
Amen.
But I feel like that corporate life, dude, I feel like that adds to your balance.
It really
does.
I
think Tiesha is like one of the best entrepreneurs I ever, but she also like kills this corporate space. And we always talk about the whole idea of having both. And she like, I could be successful entrepreneur and I could be a corporate baddie.
Yeah. Exactly, because I kind of feel like going back to one of our other episodes, imposter syndrome.
Yeah,
I kind of feel like I was trying to do full time just because that's all everybody else doing.
Yeah.
But I actually enjoy both. I love the security of having this, and I love the flexibility of doing entrepreneurship. So I'm in that season, and it's working for me. Yeah, and it's gonna keep working until it can't work no more.
Hello.
Yeah.
But I did. I'm gonna be a wife and mom. But let's go to you, River.
I love that.
On the way.
I think that when it comes to like. I think this is a loaded question, right? What does my day look like? And then what is a balanced day for me, right?
Yeah.
My day, I would never sit up here and tell y'all wouldn't even believe me. But for me, I think a balanced day is, to your point, I love a slow morning. Mm-hmm. If I have to jump about my bed and hurry up and go do something or tend to something, that stresses me out.
It's going to make me run back to my bed.
It stresses me out for the rest of the day. So I love a slow morning. I like to get up around 8. I go get coffee. I make breakfast. I always start my day with admin, just kind of checking in. I always map my day out. Mm-hmm. Okay, here's the things I got to check off my list. Here are the things that I got to do. And then I just start executing executing, whether it's going out to do showings, going to appointments, going to my office, getting something together. I spend the bulk of my day working. Okay, part of my balance. I need a hookah. I need a little social.
She need that hookah. My girl love that hookah.
My social battery needs to be charged up and like out. And that's part of me being balanced. Like if I'm tense all day and I'm tight all day, if I have to put on my, hello, this is River, how are you? If I have to do that all day, I'm tight. I'm tight. I need a hookah. I need a little lemon drop. I need something because I feel like that balances me. If I'm on 10 all day on the phone doing business, I'm taking that into my house. Now I'm operating my house like it's a business and I don't want that. So it's like going, having a little happy hour, doing something, and then coming home and kind of being responsible for the upkeep of my house. I feel like that's the balance. The gym, just like, throw it in there when I can.
You've been going hard,
I have, but that's the balance for me.
Okay. I want to get to this question and then we're going to wrap it up.
Okay.
I want to talk about a specific, because I feel like we're like, okay, this is what work-life balance looks like. This is what it means to us. But I kind of want to get a little personal. I want to get a little bit in your business.
Get in my business, twin.
Okay. Let's talk about like a specific challenge that you have faced. Like a time where you were like, it's feeling really hard right now to balance all of these responsibilities.
I'll give you two even.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, managing your husband is not easy.
I could imagine.
And he's a superstar.
He's a superstar.
Okay, he's a superstar.
That's my guy. So sometimes you are being the manager and he wants his wife. And wife is not here right now. It's your manager is here right now. This is business. And so having to manage, trying to, and there were seasons where I said, you know what, I think I just started managing him again 3 months ago, but.
Not you quit.
I had to quit. I told him, I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because I got to be your wife right now. You need your wife, but I can't do it all.
Can't do it, yeah.
I can't do it all. So let me just,
put a pin in it and come back.
I'm going to come back, but give me like 3-4 months to get my ish together and focus on being a wife and a mom. I can't be a wife, mom, working in my career, entrepreneur, and your manager all at the same time.
Yeah.
And so I can do it all at the same time, but when it's overwhelming me, I'm not thriving.
I'm overstimulated.
I'm not thriving. Yeah. And now I'm getting an attitude with you every day. And you're getting annoyed. And you're like, dang, I just want to hug. And I'm like,
I don't feel like it.
Hello. And so that was like a really rough time. And now we found a really good balance. So I manage him with ease, and he is my best client and my only client, but I love him. I think another really hard season was pregnancy. Boy, oh boy. I had a pregnancy that told me to sit my black butt down.
Did you listen?
I did. I had no choice. It wasn't even, it didn't tell me, it forced me. I was so sick. And I just was in and out of the hospital. And I remember being like, dang, I'm not getting booked. And I was like, oh, why am I not getting booked? And God was like, you don't even want to leave a house.
You need to relax.
Why would I send you bookings when you don't even want to leave a house?
Yeah.
You don't even want to work right. You can't work.
Yeah.
Why would I have you? And I'm talking about as soon as I dropped my baby, my phone started ringing. Yeah. And I was like, okay,
oh, God is always right on time. Oh, I love
He know what you need.
Ooh,
that's
he
the
know.
thing.
Oh, so I really, really felt like, I feel like when you are in those, that's why I say it's seasons. There's seasons where you got to wheel it back in. And I was maintaining my online presence as far as like creating content where I could, but leaving the house, doing gigs, recording my podcast, it was radio silent because God was like, you need to sit down. And I was like, dang, okay, well, I guess this is a work-life balance. The life is taking over and the work is balancing.
Seasons.
Yeah.
So, seasons.
Yeah, I feel like those are 2 seasons where I felt like, whoa.
It was a struggle.
It was a struggle, like trying to balance both, but it ended up rounding itself out in the end. But I feel like holding on to like your core and your disciplines and understanding that it's just a season and like it's gonna balance out. Just like wait it out for a little bit.
I love that we keep reverting back to the word season.
Yeah.
Because I think people get really caught up in like a moment and start making it seem like that's everything.
Yeah.
Like a season is very temporary. It's just as easy as things change. Like that's your season. And so even in this season, you might be a little bit unbalanced. It's like, don't take that on and think that your whole life or your business is unbalanced. That's not your identity.
Yes.
It's a bad season or hard season rather, but it's not a hard life. Like you'll get through.
And listen to that season. Like if that season is telling you to relax, to sit down, do that. Because if you don't, you're going against God's will.
Hello.
You don't know what can happen.
Can I say something? I think black women. Can I tell y'all something? I'm going to just say this. Black women, y'all don't listen. Black women is the only group of people where they'll be put in a position where you gotta relax. And they be like, I don't want to relax.
Yeah.
I don't want peace.
We feel like we can't. Be for real.
I don't even know if Black women are put in positions to relax to begin with.
No,
I don't know.
You were.
I was.
When you had that baby,
You
relax.
you didn't have a choice,
That's
but
true.
you also have to think we don't even want to go there. Being a Black woman, how we had to work 10 times harder, 10 times smarter. Exactly. So you got to get it from there.
That's true.
Let's end this off. You know we love giving the girlies advice, giving them tips, tricks, all the things for the female entrepreneur who is struggling, who feels like they're struggling right now, to have that quote unquote work-life balance. What's that one gem, that one, I wish somebody told me this, that you would give to them?
Prioritize.
Oh, that's a strong word in this very moment.
It is. I think when you're trying to find your work-life balance, it is important to prioritize, list out what is most important to you and what you're comfortable with taking hits, right? Are you comfortable with losing self-care days, or is that a non-negotiable? You can't have everything, so you have to prioritize and figure out what's important to you and then take care of that. Take care of that. And I will say, you have the time. You just got to make the time and find the time because sometimes you maybe don't turn that alarm off. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe don't snooze.
Yeah. Maybe just try to get up, and rest. I will say.
Don't forget rest.
Don't forget to rest. So.
What about you, River? That was good. I love that.
Oh, wait, can I go last?
Sure. So what advice would I give female entrepreneurs who struggle? I say first, acknowledge the fact that you're not balancing everything.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I feel like you can feel like you're giving 100% to everything, and then you see that, say you're a realtor, maybe you used to have 4 sales a month, but now you're having 2. Acknowledge that right now, I can't give 100% to everything. And like she said, make that list and prioritize what's important to you at that moment. What's important to you in that season? What is that season telling you is right for you to do right now? I think if you acknowledge what's going on and you make the action plan, you do the necessary steps to get everything in order. It's all about discipline too.
Yeah.
Discipline, getting it all together. Like you have to be accountable for what you have going on in your everyday life to make sure that you are hitting, whether you're a wife, whether you're unmarried, whether you're a mom, whether you don't have any kids, like you have to do what's best for you.
Yeah.
100%.
I would say mute the outside noise and don't let yourself get stuck. I think sometimes it is so easy for you to listen to everything that's going on in the world and internalize it. And again, we talk about this all the time, being your own worst critic, being the person that's hardest on yourself. And I think that the more that we listen to the outside world, the more that we internalize the struggles, the more that we get into these spaces, and it makes it even harder for us to get out of them.
Yeah.
So I would say try to mute or block out anything that you feel like isn't pouring into you, especially when you are in your down seasons, because I feel like the only thing worse than being down is something kicking you while you're down. And I think that if we kind of allow that to infiltrate our minds, infiltrate our bodies, our systems, we get stuck in these really nasty places. And once you're there, it's really hard to get out.
Yeah.
And I think if you block out the outside noise and again, just really acknowledge the fact that it's a season and it's a hard moment, not a hard life, I think that'll really allow you to propel forward when your season is over. I think we see the most people struggle when they get into the season and then just kind of say this is it. This is what life looks like for me. But when you're able to say, you know what, I'm having a hard moment. I'm not going to let all these things affect me internally. I'm going to just ride the wave out. It's a low wave. I'm going to just ride it on out and get to my next season. I think you'll be a lot better off. I feel like a challenge is just merely for you to go through it and push past it so you can use it to kind of better yourself moving forward.
Oh, I love that.
Preacher.
Oh, I love that. Ladies,
clock that
you can have it all.
You can have it all.
It's going to take prioritization. It's going to take acknowledgement. It's going to take discipline. And it's going to take work.
Yes.
It is not going to come easy, but we can have it all. We can be a successful mom.
Yes.
Successful wife. Yes. Successful entrepreneur. And be happy with our lives.
Yes.
Why can't we be happy?
I just want to be happy. You can have it all.
I just want to be happy. Do you have anything that you want to Plug. Promote. What are we gonna see from Moe?
Okay.
Like, give us a tea.
What's next, guys? So obviously, I am the host of the At a Convo with Moe podcast. So you guys can follow me on all platforms. I am releasing another devotional.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So I'm thinking of doing. It's going to be in February of next year. It's going to be a Lover Girls devotional.
I need that. I'm turning into that. I'm not lying.
I'm excited about that. And you guys can just follow my journey as far as like creating and hosting events and moderating panels and whatnot at Moe Diggs. So that's 2 E's and 2 G's.
Yeah, y'all know we'll leave it in the notes.
We will leave it in the show notes.
Yes,
links to everything, the podcast, Instagram, all the things.
Yes, thank you ladies so much
for having me. Of course, thank you. I'm so happy we got you on the couch.
We got to sit down and do an off-camera conversation. Because we was getting deep over here.
We was getting hot off camera.
Yeah, seriously.
But we appreciate y'all as always. Thank y'all for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with your boss friends, share with your boyfriend. I don't care who you share with, share it and tell them to do the same. As always, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. See you guys.
Bye.